Hey guys, what is up? RedPandaMining here. How you guys all doing? I hope you're all doing really well and having a great day. In this video, I want to talk about a bunch of crypto mining parts that I have had experience with. And I want to let you guys know my experience with them, and pretty much everything in this video that I'm showing is what I have bought and have had experience with, good experience with. I'm gonna create another video later on regarding the other crypto mining hardware that I haven't had good experience with, but in this video it's gonna be all good experiences. So I would like to also know down below what types of parts that you guys have had good experience with. Let me know. So I'm gonna be talking about motherboards, mining frames, video cards, power supplies, mining risers, all that kind of stuff, the stuff that I've used in the past 2 to 3 years. So let's get started. I'm going to talk about mining frames first. And initially, in my crypto mining journey, I began by building my mining frames. And the way that I built the mining frames was by Guntis, but he has a crypto mining YouTube channel. He has 19k subscribers right now. This guy is one of the crypto mining OGs as well. And I've watched all this guy's videos. He's got just a ton of videos, helpful videos on how to BIOS mod, building rigs, all that kind of stuff. But he has a really good famous video here, how to build a 6 GPU Ethereum mining rig open air frame. And this is one of the first videos I watched in order to build a mining frame. And so I watched him, and he has all of the dimensions on how to build a aluminum angle and wooden mining frame. And you guys know that I have a bunch of these frames at my second mining location. You guys can see here. So that's what I based my mining frames on. And to be honest, these are my favorite mining frames, handmade by myself. And I obviously thanks to Guntis here from Mining Hardware on showing this video on how to make this frame. It's not that difficult. It does take a bit of time because you have to cut all the pieces and cut all the wood pieces as well, and you have to measure each piece pretty well. But you know, after a while I got pretty good at making them, and I made about 9 or 10 of them in my whole career of crypto mining. So if you guys want to take a look at how to build these frames, link in the description. I'll have it linked to this video. So yeah, that's my beginning of getting into crypto mining frames. But later on, you know, I would say in the past year, I have been buying Vetta frames. So I do have a few Vetta frames. I have only one 8 GPU Vetta frame at the moment, and also I have a bunch of 6 GPU Vetta frames as well. Now there's a bunch of different Vetta frames, the V3C and the V3D. So really the only difference I can find between these are the fan holders. You guys can see this big aluminum like yellow bar for the V3D deluxe editions, and then the V3Cs don't have the aluminum bar. They have the plastic tabs for the fans. So that's really the only difference I could tell. But my experience with these, I definitely like these frames. The only gripe I have about them is that they're a pain to make, honestly. But you know, the more you do it, I think the more you'll become, you know, you'll be better at making them. So the Vetta frames, you can't go wrong. They're really cheap on Amazon, 33 bucks, and if you want the 8 GPU ones, they're about 50 bucks right now. So I approve of these, but I also approve of making the standard aluminum angle frame. I think it is actually cheaper to buy the Vetta frames from where I am anyway. I went to Home Depot to check out the prices to buy aluminum angle and wood, and it is expensive. So take that as you will. Depends on where you are and how much the supplies are to make frames. You may be better off just to buy Vetta frames. Okay, now I want to talk about motherboards. So the motherboards that I have had really good experience with are the Gigabyte GA Z270P-D3 motherboards. I have a bunch of these. I think I have like 7 or 8 of them, and I've had no issues with these boards. And I've also paired these boards with these like M.2 to PCIe adapters. Not this exact model, PCIe adapter, but they're green ones back in the day. I'm sure these ones would work now, but I've had these boards for a long time now, still going strong, 2 years now, and I did get them for a lot cheaper back then. They're not $150 to $5 now, so I don't think I would recommend getting. I wouldn't recommend for you guys to get these now. Maybe if you see them on the used market, definitely you can. So you can put up to 7 GPUs on this rig. Okay, 7 mining rigs, 7 GPUs on this rig, on this motherboard. So really solid board. I have a bunch of these. I've really had good experience with these boards. And then next is the I'm missing the motherboard. Okay, another motherboard is the ASRock H110 Pro BTC Plus 13 GPU mining motherboard. Now, I know a lot of you guys definitely praise this motherboard as well. I have, I think, 3 of these now, and I have nothing but good experience with this board. I have 12 GPUs on this board. I have 8 GPUs on this board. I have another board that's just sitting right now, but I've had no problems with this board. It's a really solid board, and I know that other people in the crypto mining community also praise this board, and it's $56 right now on Amazon. I think that's a really good deal. I think I might buy some more. So I don't really need to say much about this board. I think you guys also have really good experience with it. And now let's talk about mining risers. Okay, so initially I had the 006C risers, okay, from Ubit. I've had these for about, I still have a couple of these back in the day for about 3 years now, and they still run really good. But for the past, I would say, year and a half, I've been buying the red ones, the 009C Ubit risers, which have been honestly really good. I haven't had any problems with these, but for the blue ones, I did have some risers that have, broken in the past couple of years. But I guess that's because of the revision. They're a little bit older, right? But the new one, 009C, I praise these risers. I haven't had any issues, and I know that you guys probably buy these as well. They're about $40 for a 6-pack. I think that's a little bit expensive, but you guys can probably find it a little bit cheaper on like AliExpress or eBay even. But Amazon, always reliable to buy from. So those are the risers. Really good experience. Let's talk about power supplies. So everyone has different experiences with all the different equipment that I've talked about right now, but this is just for my experience, guys. So with power supplies, I have a bunch of Corsair RMX 850 watt power supplies. They're about $137, and I love these power supplies. It totally depends on your application as well, because I was running a bunch of these. I still run a bunch of these GTX 1060s. So with these GPUs and these power supplies, they go really well together because of the power consumption that is needed for 6 GPUs or even 7. You can run 7 GTX 1060s on an 850 watt power supply. I have a few rigs that are like that, and I have no problems running it on a 850 watt power supply. As well, the Thermaltake Grand Tough Power 850 watt power supply is an amazing power supply. I have a bunch of these as well. You guys may have seen them in my videos in the past, and I praise these PSUs. These are really good. And now for video cards, GTX 1060s obviously these are really old now. I've had I think I have about 45 or 46 GTX 1060s now for the past 2 to 3 years now, and I'm telling you guys, these are really good cards back in the day. They still are really good now, like really efficient for the cost per the price of the card per hash rate, right? So or sorry, hash rate per wattage, like the power consumption. Like it's these cards are seriously really good compared to like the 1070s or 1080s now. But as of making this video now, there are a bunch of newer cards that are a lot more efficient, right? So I wouldn't be buying 1060s now for mining unless you got them like insanely cheap. So but for me, I have a bunch of these now, and I'm actually thinking of selling my 1060s to upgrade to a bunch of newer cards. I don't know what yet, but And the last, so yeah, I've had really good experience with 1060s. I'll tell you guys in another video what parts that I haven't had good experience with. And as well, I just want to end off with the Radeon 7. I have one of these. Great experience with the Radeon 7. I know that they're discontinued now, so I have the Sapphire one specifically. So it looks like it's going for about $850 USD, which is insane. I think they were going for about 700 USD, I think a couple months back. So I wouldn't buy these, but I had really good experience with my Radeon 7. I only have one. And I know some of you have some Radeon 7s as well, and also praised that card. Really good card in my experience. But basically, that's the gist of basically all of the mining hardware that I have experience with back 2 years ago. And up until now, they're still running all of this stuff, especially my motherboards. Really solid, coupled with the G3930 or G4400. I think I know a lot of you guys have those as well. And yeah, but I would like to know what crypto mining hardware you guys have good experience with. I know everyone has different experience with different hardwares and not the ones that I've shown here, but let me know in the comments below, guys. I would love to know, and I'm sure a lot of people in the community would love to read your comments as well. So feel free to post that down in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. I'll have another video called what GPU mining parts I have not had good experience with, and I have a few of them there for you guys, from motherboards to graphic cards, so stay tuned for that. I appreciate you guys for watching. Let me know what you think, smash the like button, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one, and peace out.